One of these days, I'm going to get to do like a good news updates, but that's not today. Today is another shocking procurement document from the Trump administration indicating that they are initiating a call center that it will be dedicated to tracking down and finding unaccompanied migrant kids for purposes of deportation. There are conservative talking points, and I get a lot of comments on my social media from people like, what about the missing children? All the missing children under Biden. And there's this indication or suggestion that all of these kids are like trafficking victims. And let me tell you what the deal is. During the Biden administration, Title 42 was lifted, but only as it pertained to children. Title 42 was the closure of the border for COVID, and when the COVID pandemic ended, Biden started allowing only unaccompanied migrant kids in, which was problematic for a few reasons, but different video. What it meant was that many, many thousands of children alone came into this country, and most of them were detained for a brief period of time and then were reunited with a family member, maybe a parent, maybe an aunt or uncle, in the United States. I worked with a nonprofit that did a lot of these reunite cases. I personally, as a lawyer, represented a lot of these reunite families, so I know of these families up close and personal. And many of them went through really traumatic experiences in the detention system. These kids were detained, the paperwork was challenging, they wanted to get out, and they don't have a good memory of what it was like to interact with immigration. And so many of them have not attended, their check-ins or maybe even their court hearings, and they haven't answered phone calls because they don't want to. But it doesn't mean that they're trafficked, right? Or that they're in danger. They're actually avoiding who they view as their persecutor. But the Trump administration loves to tell people, and particularly its followers, that it's after the children to save the children. But actually what we know is that the Trump administration is trying to deport these kids. We saw them put hundreds of kids on a plane to Guatemala. A federal court stepped in. There's evidence, and that's what this procurement document for this call center is all about. It's not about saving these children. It's about finding them so that they can be deported. These kids who came in as asylum seekers.